This podcast is sponsored by nobody.
Hey dudes, this is Bonnie Hayes. I sang Girls Like Me on the original Valley Girl soundtrack. You're listening to Tommy Throwback Kovac on Splat from the Past. He fucking rocks.
Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci fi show where things can get totally radical. Now, today I will be welcoming yet another member of the Little Girls, and it will be Caron Maso Murray's little sister, Michele Maso Tinsley. And we are going to talk about the new single. They have a project band that they've been doing for a while called the Hollyberries, and they have a new single called "The Girl on Candy Cane Lane." It's a surf rock Christmas song. Go listen to it if you haven't yet. It's on Spotify and YouTube and all the places where you can stream music, and it is such a wonderful rockin' song. It will be a staple of your Christmas party for years to come, and I sincerely mean that. And I'm going to ask Michele about, stuff we covered last time with both Caron and Kip, about little girls' minutia and stuff, and, talk about the Meso sisters' love for Monty Python and stuff like that. And it's going to be a great talk today. I can't wait. And I can't believe the rain is here, and it's Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day for all the veterans out there. Oh my God, I just can't believe how rainy it is. And when the rain comes, that's when the phones start cutting out early and all this crap. Fingers and toes crossed it won't happen, especially today. I don't expect this to be a super long episode, but if it is, I hope the phones will sustain. So yeah, here is my interview with Michele Maso Tinsley.
Hi, Connie.
Hey Michele, welcome to the show. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am spectacular, despite the fact that I'm freezing cold here in California and it's raining.
It's raining, but I know it is. It's cloudy here by me, too. I don't know why it's like that.
I
Not
have,
in sunny California.
yeah, I have no idea why. Uh, this is such a great honor. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for asking me.
Absolutely. So let's start with the Hollyberries' new single, "The Girl on Candy Cane Lane." I listened to it along with all the other band songs on Spotify. Oh my God, I loved them all. So how did this band project come about?
Well, this was Kit Rand's idea from his Hollyberries that
Mm-hmm.
he's putting a compilation of Christmas songs together, and I've been on quite a few of them. And he wanted to get the band back together in some way, and he asked Caron and I to sing on this song, and he asked Ronnie and Roy from the Musk to perform on it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we got together. This was all Kip's doing with Ed Stasium, who previously we worked with back in 1983
Right.
for the Cousins album. And he engineered it, produced it with Kip, and we did this song. And, it's just another one of Kip's Christmas stuff. And, it was an honor to be on it. It was really fun. And I think it turned out pretty well.
Oh, it did. All the songs remind me of the Beach Boys Christmas album, but with a little girl's twist there. And I hear all these flourishes of Darlene Love and Phil Spector in that period. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to get. So good. I'm glad you got it.
Yeah. Yeah, like Boards and Bikinis Ruled Down at Malibu. That reminded me of the Ramones' I Want to Be Sedated in that intro.
Yeah, definitely. Well, those are the influences. The Beach Boys, the Ramones, just all that good Beatles, surf stuff, all thrown in together with a lot of pop.
Yeah, I Want to Go Surfing with Santa had that classic 60s Christmas saxophone. It reminded me a little bit of like the Stray Cats Look at That Cadillac.
Yeah, definitely. That was really good.
Yeah, was
So,
that Kip doing the ho ho ho's there?
actually, that was, oh my gosh, I can't remember his name right now. He was the guy, his studio in Simi Valley.
Hmm.
And he was the one, the engineer that did the ho, 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 ho. I can't think of his name right now. But anyways, yeah, he did it. The
Nice,
very jolly, jolly ho, ho, ho.
nice, nice. Yeah, where did the name the Hollyberries come from?
That was also from Kip. The Hollyberries is Kip Brown's idea, and he's just always wanted to put together like a Christmas album.
Hmm.
And so he's finally doing it with a lot of his songs. He's put together a lot of different Christmas songs now, and I believe he still wants to do some more.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
We put together a whole album of all his songs.
Yeah, there's just the strange thing that's going on, with the whole music thing and how it doesn't sell like it used to and everything. Yeah, you never hear much anymore about Christmas rock and roll songs. It's really sad.
Totally. I mean, that's why. I mean, you do hear it around Christmas. These days on good radio stations, but that's it.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, kind of a good. It's just fun to keep in the rock and roll spirit of holidays, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I mean, I grew up watching MTV, and they would show Christmas music videos and stuff, like Hall and Oates doing Jingle Bell Rock, and David Bowie and Bing Crosby doing Little Drummer Boy on his special and stuff. Just stuff like that. It was magical, and it just you can go on YouTube and see them now. But I just remember watching them on MTV every Christmas. It was a special thing, real special thing.
It's a special thing, and especially did you see the cover of the CD?
I did. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and that's kind of a special thing that Kip kind of thought of with his art director. But yeah, just kind of it's in your head, this magical, what you imagine. This guy's looking up at the roof of, and imagining this girl from Candy Cane Lane dancing up there. It's just your imagination, magical.
Mm-hmm. It sure is.
Yeah.
So going back in time, Caron told me in our interview that you and her loved Monty Python growing up.
Oh my God, yes.
Yes.
We were ham. And I don't know, when we started like really bonding with each other, it was our acting that kind of came out, and we would just be totally funny with each other and, goofy. And I don't know, we just felt like we had to perform for people or something, and we would do stupid Monty Python skits thinking we were so hilarious.
Yeah.
And I guess a lot of people did think we were hilarious.
Yeah.
And we started doing it in front of people, and I don't know, some people saw us and thought we were funny, and I don't know.
I used to do that for my family too. I would perform after dinner. I'd do imaginary Saturday Night Live sketches, and I'd be playing all the characters, and I would do imitations of my favorite stand-up comedians and everything. And eventually, I did stand up later on. But like, I could totally get it. I was a ham if ever there was one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would perform for my parents, like when they had to get their friends over. It's like, okay, Michelle, time to go to bed. And
Yeah.
it was just naturally in me. And then I guess when Karen and I like got together, it just like we just thought we were hilarious.
Yeah. So you and her. So
None
you.
of us. It was a lot of fun. It was a good time. And that's how we became a music. I don't know. It just branched from there.
Do you remember the sketch where Eric Idle is new to the British Army, and like Michael Palin is a corporal who has to show him the ropes, and he starts telling them about how he was demoted from general to corporal, and like Idle is like, "You're a pacifist," and Palin's like, "No, I'm a coward." The classic.
It is classic. Oh my God, I like all of them. the one where you'd like to start an argument.
Yeah.
I'd like to start an argument, please.
What's your favorite Python movie?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a big. I mean, I love the skits, but I don't know if I really watched the full Monty Python movie altogether.
Mm-hmm.
It was so long ago,
Yeah.
so I can't tell you. I just like all the skits. I listened a lot to the records.
Yeah.
And I would just rehearse the records and elk. Me and my sister did a whole thing on the theory of brontosauruses. And I would just listen to the records, actually, more than watch the movies. And then just mimic them.
Yeah, like I recommend The Holy Grail. It's my favorite. It lives up to its reputation as one of the best comedies of all time. It is hilariously funny. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
So you two were like big TV fans growing up?
Yeah, I don't think Caron was as much of a TV fan as I was. I was a real TV buff, but she was too. But I know I would watch TV all the time. She would be out doing stuff. When we were younger, she was 5 years older than me, so we were kind of different, and I kind of grew up in more of the TV world. She was a little ahead of that.
Yeah, I have found that musicians are big TV nerds, into Gidget with Sally Field and Lost in Space and Twilight Zone, Star Trek, a lot of sci-fi stuff in that period.
Oh, we watched all of that. Gidget, definitely. And then I was a Brady Bunch and the Partridge Family and all that.
Me too.
And Gidget, and before then, the Flying Nun, all that stuff.
Yeah, magical. Do you remember the first album you ever bought with your own money?
Oh, God. With my own money, I think it might have been like a ZZ Top thing.
Mm-hmm.
And also an Olivia Newton-John.
Nice.
I mean, if you want to know, that's where my head was at when I was a kid. It was like Deep Purple and Olivia Newton-John. I liked them both. And I was teased for it, but I like pop.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people love pop from that period, the AM pop and stuff, Captain and Tennille. Yeah.
When I listen to it on the radio, it's like stuff like Bread. I'll go nuts when I hear that now.
Mm-hmm.
I used to poo-poo it, and now it's like, wow, I really like that stuff. That was really cool. I could sing to it and harmonize to it. Anyway.
My dad for years thought Bread did The Air That I Breathe, but I tell him, no, it's the Hollies that did it.
That was very similar. I can understand that. Yeah.
How about your first concert?
Oh, my God, my first concert. It was like Genesis. She took me to a Genesis concert, and I think we lived in Colorado at the time. I was really young, and my parents were out of town, and she didn't know what to do with me, and she had concert tickets, so she took me with her. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. It was like right when they were getting popular, and I think it was with Peter Gabriel.
Yeah, when they did The Lamb Lies down on Broadway, that was their last tour with him.
Good, yeah.
That's a great album.
First concert.
My first concert was the Monkees.
Oh, that's great. I love the Monkees. I saw the Monkees, I'd say it was after Daisy died and before Peter died, and I saw them out here in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. They were so good still, I love it. They're one of my favorite bands. And then I saw Mickey Dolenz at the Troubadour not too long ago, a couple months ago. He was so good.
Oh, yes. I interviewed his sister. They were doing their last stop on the farewell tour just before Michael died. And she talked to me before the show for like 30 minutes in her hotel room. I was like, wow, this is so cool that she's doing this. And... Yeah, I had a huge crush on Davey, and when I saw them, it was at Candlestick Park in '97. It was only 3 of them. Michael wasn't there, and they did 10 songs before a Giants game, and then they drove off the field in a Cadillac with the top down.
Did they really? Oh, how cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah. So,
I saw
uh-huh.
her too.
Go ahead.
She was really good. It's just very cool that they perform together still.
Well, now it's just Mickey. He's doing the solo tour and he's doing all the hits, you know. I mean, it's gonna be sad when he's gone, though. It's gonna be so sad because they were just around for so long, you know, and people loved them.
Well, that was what's so great about that Troubadour show that I saw. He had the most amazing stories. I mean, this guy lived in the life in Laurel Canyon and
Yeah.
right middle of rock and roll history, and he lives the most amazing life, but he has just the most amazing history. So it was fun to watch him and hear him.
He was a Hollywood vampire with Alice Cooper and Harry Nilsson and Keith Moon and all those guys.
Wow. Yeah.
It's crazy when you think about it, how it was such a small community back then, and those were the guys that got together and drank, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So it was great to see him.
So, Caron had her group, the Sex Blisters, when she was in high school, and I'm curious, did you try to start your own band, or were you just off being a kid at that time?
No, we were the Sex Blisters.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that was like our first name. And that was me and her.
Oh, okay, because I didn't know if you were in it or you were just off doing your thing, because I know it eventually became the Little Girls, yeah.
It was me and her, and we were the Sex Blisters, I think before the name came about. And we would that's when we were performing at, like, Karen's boyfriend's parties and kind of, like, being kind of more novelty with the, we performed, like, a Sex Pistol song with our own words. I think that's how we got the name the Sex Blisters. And we did the Monty Python skit. And then somebody saw us in the audience that was into he wanted to make videos for music videos.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of used us as the muse. And that's kind of how we got started in a rock and roll band, was that we... this guy who liked us at these saw us at these parties, used us to front his videos for rock and roll. He wanted to, do rock and roll videos.
Mm-hmm.
He put a band together for us, and then we would perform, and that's how we started getting serious about doing a band, because Caron started writing some good songs. We did the Earthquake song, and people thought that was really good. We just started getting a good response to it, and then we decided to put a real band together, and that's how we got started.
Wow.
And that's how we got the band, the Little Girls, together, as we got serious. I think Kip was involved at that time.
Those music videos, were they ever seen?
I have some.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they were seen by anybody other than... some of them were. I mean, like, there's some videos that we have of, oh my God, I forget, USA Network.
Oh, yeah. She told me about that last time. Yeah.
But there's some videos, like garage band videos, like we're doing Summertime Blues.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Caron, I saw braces on and just singing rock and roll garage songs. So it's just really funny and great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've told Caron and Kip this about how to pick up girls impacted me in junior high, because I had no game, and I just loved that song, and that music video. I'd see it on VH1, the big '80s and stuff. It's so awesome.
Oh wow, that's so cool! I know, it was fun. That was, I believe, Ed Stadium was involved with that too.
Yeah.
The producer, the girl in Candy Cane Lane and St. Kevin.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you co-write the song?
Which one?
How to Pick Up Girls?
That was written by Caron and Jeff Thayer, who was in our band at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a collaboration with them.
Nice. Nice.
Of his kind of idea, I believe, and then she finished the words. I can't remember, but that's how it came about.
Did you write any of the songs on the album?
I wrote Rich Girl.
Uh-huh. That's a good one.
Well, just me and Caron. And that song. And then, did I write any other songs on that? I can't remember at the moment, but, I had a lot of input in all the songs. And then, I wrote on our other songs, I'm drawing a blank right now,
It's okay.
Come Back to Me.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of other songs, but those are the two big ones right now.
Yeah. What was it like working with Ed Stasium?
With You, that was the one that we performed on the Clear album with Clem Burke and Nigel Harrison from Blondie.
Oh, yeah.
And then I wrote that one.
Oh, yeah, I knew about Clem Burke in the band and stuff. I mean, he's a really good drummer.
Yeah, an amazing drummer.
One of the best, yeah.
Yeah, I was really proud that he drummed on that, and that was my song.
Mm-hmm. So working with Ed Stasium and Liam Sternberg on the album, like, they had to have been just consummate pros because, I mean, look at their career. Stasium produced the Ramones' last great album, Road to Ruin, and Living Colour's first album, and Sternberg, of course, wrote Walk Like an Egyptian. I mean, they must have been just taskmasters on that album.
Yeah, I mean, it was really fun working with Ed. He's such a great guy. Liam, I don't know what he's doing these days. I think he's out in France or something, so I haven't heard much from him, but I know working with Ed is just fantastic. Mm-hmm. And he is, to this day, just a truly good human being. And just doing so great. He's working on compilations of the Ramones stuff right now and remastering them, and he's just really busy. And he was really influential with the video that we did on How to Pick Up Girls. Mm-hmm. And, he's just a really good guy.
I always thought that you girls should have recorded a version of Walk Like an Egyptian.
Oh, well, we didn't know Liam then. That was after us, so.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to ask about opening for some of the big bands. I remember Caron saying that when you guys opened for Billy Idol, he threw a fit before the show.
He did. It was like something about not having, one of those rock and roll things. Like he didn't have tequila, or he didn't have water, or he didn't have something set up.
The perks, the trappings, yeah.
So, he was really upset and he left.
Oh, God.
Some of his other, but he came back, obviously, to perform, but his guitar player was, I don't know, he was always giving us a thumbs up, and he was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's there.
I mean, he's still going. He does his hits, and he does his Generation X's hits as well. I mean, he's still touring.
That was a long time ago. I just thought it's a funny story that is true, but I'm sure he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Story.
How about the Plimsolls?
Plimsolls, they were cool. They were just, I enjoyed. Did we ever open up for the Plimsolls? I'm not sure.
I think that's what it was, yeah. That's why I had to ask.
Boomtown Rat.
I Don't Like Mondays is the most maliciously hilarious song ever.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. And I know we opened up for The Call.
Yeah.
And I think we might have opened up for the Plimsolls, but, everybody was just pretty much in their bubble and just, I don't know if we really knew them. It was cool to open up for them. If we did, it would have been at, the Reseda, in Reseda, I forget the name of the place. So we did a video there. Mm-hmm.
I had Peter Case's ex on here a few years ago. She was young Lana in the first Superman movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, she was actually supposed to be Lana again in the third one, but Annette O'Toole got it because she was a name by that point. But yeah, it's funny how these parallels cross. And you also did shows with the Pretenders.
That was pretty cool. That was, we opened up for them in Arizona, and that was just amazing. You know, we opened up the theater, I can't remember, it was like in the round. It was just amazing. And, you know, to open up for the Pretenders, it was right after Chrissy Hine, after their guitar player died and she had her baby, and it was just, they were making a huge, huge comeback. And it was just amazing that we were on that tour and on that show, and we had a blast.
Yeah, I think she had her baby with Ray Davies from the Kinks at that time.
Yeah, and I think she had her baby with her on tour.
Did you guys ever have an experience where the audience was so hostile and so punk rocky that they started throwing things at you guys?
I don't think so. Maybe, you know.
It was pretty common back then.
Some pretty nasty things. I don't think I ever felt like I got any bottles or anything thrown at me. I think people liked us more. I didn't get that punk rock thing towards me where people would be nasty towards me. I think people liked us. I never really experienced it, and if I did, it was more just like crude things that they would say.
Yeah,
and that's just part of the course, I guess.
Because it happened to Weird Al, it happened to the Bangles. Oh my God, it was like the Blues Brothers country bar scene. They had things thrown at them.
I didn't really like tour like the Midwest area or anything like that. We were either we were just West Coast, coastal stuff, and then when we went to with the Pretenders, we didn't get any of that. So, and we were pretty much in Hollywood. So I think we didn't experience that.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Oh yeah. I mean, when the Bangles were playing England for the first time, they're playing at this punk rock pub. This guy threw a milk gallon at Susanna Hoffs, cut her forehead.
Oh God, that's terrifying.
Yeah, and
I've read about that too, and it's terrible. And the Go-Go's that happened too. But yeah, that's when you're also going out of the country, and people don't know who you are.
Yeah.
The runaways too.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's like, it's funny, that's the kind of shit they never forget too, because even when they're famous, they don't forget that shit. And
Yeah.
But then again, those people don't become their audience, so there you go.
Yeah, that's all forgotten. It's not forgotten in you though. It's like that was like a physical attack, but you just, I don't know.
So,
I don't even know what to say.
So after you guys broke up, did you have another band?
Well, after the little girls broke up, Caron and I continued after the little girls broke up, Caron and I tried to do the acoustic version, and it just wasn't working out for me.
Yeah.
And I was in a time in my life where I was getting ready to get married and have kids, and Caron still kept going in that direction. And so she started doing her stuff, and she put out an album, CMP3, or a CD, I'm sorry. And, and then she ended up doing her thing, getting married and having kids, and we just kind of did our own thing. And then in the 2000s, when our kids got older, and, we kind of got the band back together.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun, and we went hard at it. We started, we performed at Karen's daughter's theater group, and we raised some money for them, and it was really positive. And then we just decided hey, this is fun, and we started recording again and performing again, and we started traveling. We went out to we did a West Coast tour all the way up to San Francisco, and
my hometown. Woohoo!
yeah, and and we even went to Vancouver, and it was, we've done a lot after we broke up, we got back together.
Mm-hmm.
And, and we're still going in different ways. And, Kip's doing the Hollyberries, and we're performing, or we're singing on his stuff, and Caron and I, and we want to still do some recording as the little girls, and we're looking forward to that.
And Caron had her trio, which I haven't had a chance to tell her yet, but I listened to some of the songs on YouTube. Oh my God, "Rain" is a beautiful song. I love it.
Yeah. She's got her real rock and roll side, and
And the folk side. She told me she loved folk music growing up.
Yeah, I mean, we both do. We kind of grew up doing a lot of folk music, and that was another thing that we would sing for people.
Yeah.
We would sing Taylor and a lot of songs.
Well, your generation had a lot of musicians who started out in folk, and then people told them, "You're a rocker. You're not a folk rocker."
I know. Yeah, but it's all the same,
Yeah, like Quarter Flash, Marvin, Rindy, Ross. They started out in folk for years, and then they started doing the pop music, which ultimately got them, a couple hit records.
Yeah, I would say Caron and I did more folk music when we were younger, because our family, my mom would play guitar, and we would, do Joan Baez, all those kind of, Judy Collins stuff. And then, we just got continued forward with, harmonizing music.
Yeah. I love how you two have this sisterly dynamic, because usually when siblings are so far apart in age, the older one tends to say, "Go away, kids. See you at the next family reunion."
Yeah, well, that kind of happened early in our life. It's like we didn't have very much in common, and then when I got older, I finally kind of came around. When I was a kid, she's like, "Go away, kids," but then I grew up, and our age gap closed. And we've become best friends ever since.
Oh, I was curious. Are you two Italian?
No, we're Jewish.
You're Jewish, okay. I mean, okay. I'm Italian on my mom's side. I can usually tell if someone is Italian or Jewish. I figured you had to be either or.
Yeah, we're very family oriented. We're very close. Even she's on one side of the country and I'm on the other. We still talk every day. We know what's going on. We're in each other's lives. So.
Oh, yeah. There's a stand-up comedian I'm friends with. She's Jewish, and her sister are like 8 years apart. And for the last, 6 years, they've had a podcast together, and they're just both so hilariously funny, going back and forth with things. It's kind of like that. I just love that.
We back each other up. I mean, we could do our own podcast. Me and Caron, it's like we add each other on. It's so funny.
Oh, yeah, you two should have your own podcast.
Yeah, it would be hilarious. You can help me with that.
Yeah, but between you and Caron, who has the biggest potty mouth?
I don't know. I guess it just depends.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know. I like to, blow people away, because I look like this nice, sweet girl, And then
Same here.
Like, what are you talking about? Get out of my fucking face, fuck.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, and then she'll do it too, and she's got it, and then she'll let you know when she doesn't want, when something, you run across her, she'll let you know.
Yeah, same here. It's funny, I have that too. I'm just so cool, calm, collected, and so sweet, though. But then I like to shock people. We're talking about things like squirting and what have you, and people are just completely blown away by that.
Oh.
Yeah, and I do it in good fun too, and I have a tendency to read the room now. Before I didn't care, but now we live in this sensitive time. I just have a tendency to read the room.
Yeah, very sensitive, I guess. It's so scary. We're living in a very scary time, I'm telling you.
The scariest time in my lifetime, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I mean, it was so good when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s is when I was really young and growing up with my kids and husband, and it was safe. There was no war.
Yeah.
And it just changed, and everybody's so angry and hateful, and they switch things around and make me feel like I'm wrong. No, I don't know. I'm just so upset about this whole thing, and women didn't come out and put abortion back. And, oh God, I'm just so upset.
Yeah. Do you practice yoga?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Caron told me she did that too. I was just curious if you did as well.
Yeah, I think that really centers me and keeps me balanced because I love it. I've been doing it for a long time. And Caron teaches, and I take her class. I swear, we're very close.
Oh.
I do take yoga. I mean, it's really important for my body and for my breathing and for just to keep me centered. And there's just so much more out there.
I know the older I get, the more I think about practicing it in the future because there's just too much stress in this world, and drinking too much coffee will only give me more stress, I feel.
That is so true. You just got to breathe through it because we got to get through it, and you got to be peace. You have to have peace, and that's what yoga does. It does give me peace. All these weird things, and I don't know why it works. It works. And it does. It clears your head. It makes you feel good and strong. See clearly. And that's my rant on yoga.
So you going to do any live shows with the Hollyberries?
I don't know. I mean, we haven't yet. We'll see what happens in the future, I want to see what happens with the future with this song, and we'd love to. I mean, we are always open for anything.
Yeah.
See what happens in the future. And actually, this is Kip's baby, this Hollyberries thing. So.
Yeah, because I listened to, like I said, I listened to the songs and I'm like, God, these should be played at like Christmas parties. Both having the band there and just playing them in general.
Yeah, well, it's hard when we all live in different locations. Kip and I live here, but Karen's in Maine, so it's kind of hard as far as that. But,
Yeah.
We're open for, reunions and coming out if need be.
She's in Lobster Town.
Always
Yeah, Maine's Lobster Town.
Yeah. Yeah, Karen lives in a great lobster town. It's fantastic.
Yeah, my grandfather's side, my mom's dad, he was from Maine, and the last time they were there was 1986 when he passed away. They ate really good lobster over there, I'll tell you.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I visited there quite a few times, and you can't beat it.
Yeah, I was too young then, so I didn't have a appreciation yet, or I wasn't old enough to go. But someday it's on the agenda. Someday I gotta see my cousins that are still remaining over there.
Yeah, and then go visit Karen.
Absolutely.
There's another guy that's always played on Little Steven. I forget his name. He's out there in Portland, Maine as well. Actually, he's in Spain now, but he lives in Portland, Maine. Anyway.
So real quick, we gotta play my secret silly game. This is a series of silly slumber party questions. It's no win or lose, it's just pure fun. And how the game works, Michelle, is I ask you the question, you answer it, and then you ask me that exact same question and I answer it. And feel free to comment on the answers because they might be funny.
Okay.
Okay. Michelle, are you ticklish?
Oh, God, I am so ticklish. I am so ticklish on my knees, if you grab my knees, and my ribs. So, Tommy, are you ticklish?
Oh, yes. If you tickle me without warning, though, I might hit you in the groin.
That's true. I hate it if somebody grabs my knee. It's just like, it gets me so mad.
Is your belly button an innie or an outie?
I have an innie.
Nice.
How about your belly button?
It is also an innie.
Okay.
What color are your toenails painted?
Oh, this is embarrassing. embarrassing. They are a mess. They are mostly just regular skin tone, but then there's some red that has stayed on there from about 6 months ago.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, it's bad. How about you? What are your toenails colored?
They are brown for Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of holiday themed lately. I did orange and black for Halloween. I may do red, green, and white for Christmas.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to start doing the darker red tones now.
Yeah. What would you say is your best personality trait?
I don't know. I'm a kind person, I guess, and try to be funny and try to look at the bright side of everything.
Nice.
And I don't know. I'm empathetic.
Okay.
How about you, Tommy? What are the best parts of you?
I am empathetic as well. I have empathy and I have no filter.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like people with no filter because then you know who they are.
Exactly. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And then my favorite question, is there a stinky smell that just makes you gag?
Roll up.
Yeah, that's a popular one.
Yeah, fart. Well, depending on what kind of fart. You know, if you're sick, then a sick fart. Perfume. I hate perfume. It makes me so sick.
Yeah.
There's not only a few perfumes, but mostly I hate perfumes.
Yeah, I
Do you
get
have
it.
any? What are your stinky smells?
Either farts or feet.
Oh, feet. Yeah.
You're so awesome, Michelle. Thank you so much for coming on today. And
That was so much fun, Tommy. It's so nice to be here.
yes, and like I hope you guys get to do some shows, during the holiday season, and
Thank you.
keep doing the Christmas music, and have a happy holiday season, and be safe out there.
I hope to be hearing it on the radio soon. So thank you.
Yes, my pleasure.
All right, take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, there you have it. Michele Maso Tinsley. Ain't she a sweetheart? Oh my God. I enjoyed every moment of talking with her. She is just a load of energy and a sweetheart, and I'm so glad that we could talk today. Go listen to The Girl on Candy Cane Lane by the Hollyberries on Spotify, YouTube, wherever you can stream music. It's awesome. I hope to God that they do like a little mini tour in California. That would be awesome. Well, until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying there's no shame in living in the past because the present sucks. Later, dudes! Ho, 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 ho.